Today I'm going to be reading on who is your future spouse slash soulmate. For those of you who don't believe in marriage, pile 1 is going to be this dragon head. Hold on. It's old. I got it a long time ago when I was very young, when I was about 9 years old. 10 or 11, something like that. Pile 2 is this little trinket, which is a little rabbit. It's unlike the other one, it's brand spanking new. I just got it at a crystal shop. Feed your head. And then finally, last but not least, pile 3, which is this tiger's eye, phallus. This dick-shaped tiger's eye that I also got at the crystal shop. It was like at the register, and the guy was like, it's like one of those little candy bars. Everyone just has to come in and get one once they get to the register. You can't not get one. So yes. Hello, Pawan. You chose this dragon's head as who is your future spouse. Spirit, who is this? Is this future spouse for pile 1? Who is this? This person could be very fierce. They could have like a snake or a dragon Chinese zodiac. Or a bear. Is there bears? I don't think there is. There's just something fierce about them. Maybe they have a bear spirit animal. But there's something about this person that intimidates people. This person has been like roughened up by life, I guess you could say. Like they have years of experience under their belt, but it's like it's like when you see a child who's wise beyond their years, and you can like see the roughness in their eyes, or like how much they've been through. This person has been through a lot in one lifetime, like has experienced multiple lifetimes worth of experiences in one lifetime. This person can have an old soul, or like they're the soul that would reincarnate on Earth even after it's like learned its lessons, just to help other souls learn their lessons, or help other souls along the journey. Like that's the only reason this person reincarnates on the Earth, is to help out with that. This person's kind of like a martyr came to my head. That might be for some of you. This person acts like a martyr, but it's more like this person sees the value in the collective way more than themselves. It's not that they undervalue themselves, but they value the collective more than they value individual growth. They feel like if everybody is helping everybody else get there, then it's a lot better that way. So this person is definitely someone who's in service to humanity, or in service to God, as some of you might say. Because for some of you, this person is a little bit religious or spiritual, but for others of you, this person is definitely not. They just are a good person. They're a good soul. It's like this person is fierce and protective and a little bit scary and intimidating on the outside, but it comes from like a need to protect one's kin, or protect one's community, protect one's family and loved ones. Particularly when people look into this person's eyes, they like know that there's something different about this person. Even though this person could have a very masculine like appearance, they have this divine feminine energy about them. For some of you, this could be a divine masculine who's just very in touch with their feminine energies too. But either way, when like people look into this person's eyes, they see that like femininity about them, and it's so weird because it's in contrast to such this masculine appearance. Even if it's a divine feminine we're talking about, they have a very masculine appearance. I'm hearing Mother Nature. This person is the type of person who protects people with the same fierceness that or the same mannerisms and attitude that Mother Nature might go about protection. It's like not very direct, it's kind of subtle, but it's like everything returns to nature, if that makes sense. And that's kind of how your person how your person protects themselves in the world, is like the same way that nature operates to come back in on itself. Like everything returns to nature. This person, for some of you, this person like denies their wild side. They have an extreme wild side, like some fucking Wolfman type bullshit, like actual dramatic. I have a beast inside me, blah 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 blah. And like for some of you, this person fights it off. They're like, no, I can't do that, and they're all dramatic about it. And then for others of you, this person is very accepting of their wild side and their beast side and their like animalistic self rather than their human self, which is why they look so beastly on the outside. They look very akin to a wolf or a wild animal, a badger. Like I'm saying, this person can have a very mean, animalistic like features on their body and their face, like hardened by nature, but truly this person is just very in touch with nature on the inside and in touch with the natural balance of things. But again, for some of you, this person is like a little bit fearful of their wild side, or like how much their beast side has like control over them or something. Them fighting it off makes it have more control over them, but still. But yeah, this person has like a wolfman complex, whether it's no matter the gender, like no matter if this is divine feminine, divine masculine, or if this is just a regular soulmate. I see them being very protective towards you. There's something particular. What is it, Spirit? What is it that's particular about pile 1 that their future spouse feels like they need to protect? Okay, pile 1. You have been hurt a lot. Like, you have put your heart out there for people, and you've genuinely tried, and you've genuinely put the work in to like be emotionally mature in situations. And I don't know, I feel like you've only ever encountered people who couldn't bring that same energy, who brought the exact opposite of like just immaturity, their own selfish reasons, whatever it was, you know. And this has caused you a lot of pain in life, but at the same time it's grown your strength to the point where you're able to be this person who isn't always trying to be emotionally mature in the situation, or you're not always trying to be like the guardian or the leader that everyone turns to, and instead you protect yourself by like only putting energy into things that like you really care about. So this person sees that complex emotional wiseness in you, but they also see how you hide it or how you mask it off, and when and where and why you mask it off, which is actually for very logical reasons, to protect yourself and to mediate problems, to keep yourself out of situations that don't suit you. Like it makes a lot of sense to this person, your future spouse. They're very logical. They can really understand complex emotional concepts like that. But they see, it's so weird. It's so cute. Oh my god. Okay, so this person sees like the ability you have to be such a strong and patient and caring and emotionally open person on the inside, and you just have that ready at all times. And they also see the mask you put on of like this you use your strength to keep those parts of yourself closed and hidden within you, so you don't expose those vulnerabilities unnecessarily. Whereas maybe before you could have wore your heart on your sleeve or something like that. But by the time you're meeting your future spouse, it's like you've perfected the art of taking this mask on and off when you need it, and you're so intimate with this person right off the bat. Like I feel like right when y'all are meeting, y'all are having deep, meaningful spiritual conversations. Y'all are just seeing each other very clearly, and this person sees that like you have that huge well of tenderness inside of you, but they also see that like the mask and where it comes in, and there's something they specifically like about how you just slip right into that energy. There's something especially like scary or intimidating about the energy you slip into. Like you can have a very like, don't fuck with me, and that's it. Like there are no ifs, ands, ors, or buts about it. It's just don't fuck with me, and everyone knows not to fuck with you. And I don't know, it's so weird. Like this future spouse kind of like wants to protect that like tenderness inside of you, but at the same time they want to protect your ability to have that mask and have that strength. And like there's something they really like about your ability to do that, and your ability to just, stop talking. It's weird. It's like you completely cut your energy off, or not completely, but you're only giving a very small amount of it, and it's like the rest is all walked away, and you couldn't possibly know. This person really admires your ability to do that. It's like maybe this is something you've been shunned for in the past, or people told you were being angry or mean, or something like that, just because like you would not give this vulnerability out so easily. But like this person, your future spouse, really respects you for it, and respects you for why, like when, where, and why you put that mask up. It's like you don't just do it for silly reasons or be out of fear, I guess you could say. You do it in a way that like really matters. I don't know, like it makes sense to your future spouse. Maybe they have a similar way of protecting themselves, and so they just want to protect that vulnerability inside you, but also gas up you having that protection of yourself. It's like they really respect you for that and the way you do it and why you do it, and they also see how much strength it takes for you to do that, and to have that ability in such a balanced composition. It's like you just have this energy about you that you know what you're doing, and you're not naive, because like you're able to, you're not the type of person to just go out there and put everything on the table, if that makes sense. So it's like as you're talking with this person for the first time, they're figuring all of this out, and they're just deciphering how your little puzzle from how like the little bit of crumbs you give them. It's like this person loves to decipher a puzzle, and they like the way you emotionally express yourself, because they can tell the moments when you're being vulnerable are especially precious because you only give them in little bits. And then they can also tell where exactly, when, and why you aren't giving up that vulnerability and you have the mask on instead. And they're fascinated by it, fascinated by watching you switch between it, fascinated by watching what exactly you yearn to protect about yourself, and then fascinated by watching what exactly you do give them, like the little breadcrumbs that you do give them and why. So this person just finds you fascinating. They can get a little like just overthinking in their head of like what exactly it all means, because when you speak, Padawan, when you express yourself, there tends to be a lot of different meanings to it, like layers and layers of meanings to it. And you might find that often people don't see those layers at all. They really only see maybe the top layer or the top two. But it's like this person sees through every single layer, and they're just like fascinated by the complexity of your person. And your ability to protect yourself, how strong you are to like... It's like this person understands how strong you are because of the way you protect yourself. It's like they just intuitively know why exactly you have that sort of persona that you give up. And they kind of find that persona attractive. Like, it's somehow more attractive to them that you have this vulnerability inside them because you put on this mask. And it's like more attractive to them because they're like... I can get little pieces. I can get little pieces out, but like specifically the way you put on your mask or your persona, or the persona itself, is like really attractive to this person. They're like, okay, I'll play your little game. I see the little character you're trying to play. It's like this person knows. They know exactly what exactly you're trying to project out, and how that means you're protecting, like how you're protecting yourself by doing that. And I don't know, I'm getting flustered just thinking about it. Like, this person really likes it. They, like, get a little obsessive over it. They're like, okay, let's play this game then. Because there's, like, this energy between you and your future spouse where, like, you both see through each other. Like, you can kind of... There's telepathy, there's mind reading here. Like, y'all really can, like, understand exactly what each other are trying to say. And can see through... any, like, if you say something but then you have another meaning behind it in your head, your future spouse can see it, and vice versa with your future spouse. Like, if they say something and are hiding the real meaning, you can see it regardless. So there's definitely this vulnerability and intimacy just inherent in this relationship with your future spouse, because there's this inability to hide from each other. There's this inability to, like, hide specific parts of each other. Like, you can put on these personas, but in the end, you're both easily able to decipher how and why and where those personas are coming from versus what's actually the real thing. What are you protecting with this persona? Why do you have this persona up? Like, it's very crystal clear to the both of you. And this can be a little scary at times, because you both, like, are sitting back like, oh shit, like, this person actually sees me for what I really am. But at the same time, there's this, like, extremely comforting familiarity to it, because it's just back and forth, and it happens so easily with the both of you. The conversation just flows so easily that it's exhilarating. Like, it's something y'all have never experienced before with another person. The comebacks are rapid fire. Y'all are both, like, making jokes, making snarky things at each other. And then the conversations are deep and meaningful. Y'all are touching on concepts that, like, you've never talked about with another person before so thoroughly, and y'all are just extremely amazed by each other's intellect. This person's very smart. For how intimidating they look, they might also look, like, overly attractive, like someone who gets a lot of suitors. So you might underestimate them at first because of that, but this person is used to that. It's like they're actually very intelligent on the inside, and they use that as an advantage. Like, they use people underestimating them as an advantage, because as soon as they identify how you've underestimated them, they're like, okay, you don't know this or this about me yet, and I can use those things to my advantage. This person kind of thinks of things in a logical way, to where they are like, what is the outcome I want for the situation, and how can I get there? And so they think things through very thoroughly. I don't want to say they're manipulative. It's like Seven of Swords energy where you just know where to be at the right time to get it what exactly you want. And that's this person because they're just very logical. This is like air sign energy, Gemini heavy, but it's just like you might notice when you're talking to your future spouse that they're leading the conversation in a certain direction. Like you notice easily what exactly they're trying to manipulate the situation into, and you'll probably call them out on it multiple times. It's like this person has always been slick with it. No one has ever noticed what they're doing, but it's like you see just straight through them and they're like, what are you doing right now? I can see you manipulating the little things. I can see you doing it. And they're like, what? They're like, no, I'm not doing that. They're gonna deny it. Yeah, they're gonna deny it like a lot. They're gonna be like, no, you're crazy. Oh my god. There's just this like playful energy between y'all two of like knowing each other is being silly, but like playing into the drama. Like really playing into the drama. Y'all both like being dramatic, like, oh. Like, and y'all's energy together is even more dramatic, so y'all play off of each other real bad. Y'all can get carried away as fuck. It's kind of cute, actually. Spirit, give me one more card for the future spouse. For Pi 1's future spouse. What is, who is this person? We have the Star. So I was already getting this energy, like when I said this person's just really attractive, and a lot of people underestimate them for it. But this person could be popular, for some of you even famous. Yeah. And or this person could have a high status in the workplace. Like a very what's the word? Very necessary spot in the workplace. Very like keeping the glue that keeps everything together type energy. This person also has connections with the higher realms, whether they're spiritual, religious, or not. For some of you, they won't be, and for some of you, they will be. This person is connected to the spiritual realms, and they do things because of that, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Yeah, for some of you, this is like clairaudience. This is medium. For others of you, this could be mediumship. This could have something to do with like air magic, because I'm getting a lot of air sign energy here. But yeah, this person is just very in tune with like the spiritual energies going on. So that's another thing that I see happening between y'all two while y'all are talking and conversating, is like the spiritual energy between y'all is balancing out very well, because y'all both have an uncanny ability to tune into the spiritual energies of the room and sort of adjust accordingly. It's not like you're changing your vibe to match, but it's more like you're adjusting to sort of be in flow with everything, which is why you both might be sensitive to like energies of certain places, like bad vibes and things like that. This person isn't as sensitive to those things as you might be, Pi 1, but they definitely are. They can get triggered into their B side or whatever more easily if there's like a lot of iffy, like discordant vibes going on in the room. They can be acting a little bit more rough and beast-like. Because of that, they can start just acting, animalistically for no reason. You could be wondering why they're having like this fit, but you should just check your surroundings. Maybe go somewhere quieter. It's like I see y'all conversating in a quiet place, just because y'all can't, with how much energy y'all have together, y'all can't be in a place that has bad vibes or discordant vibes. Y'all need everything to be flowing together perfectly, because when y'all are together, y'all's energies automatically try to balance everything out. And so everything gets out of whack if the place itself isn't in harmony. But, so yeah, y'all can be sensitive to that. Also, your person, whether they're religious or spiritual or not, they're a good person. Like they follow the light, basically, is what I'm trying to say. They look towards the light. They have optimism. They have hope for the world. They believe in progression and evolution and change. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that. It just seemed like important. I don't know. Also, your person has like very strong values. They really care about the world. Like how earlier I said they care more about the collective and what things mean in terms of the collective. Like this person values life immensely, and they might advocate for that. They might be a speaker of some sort, someone who speaks out about those sort of things in whatever way. But I also see that you follow the light power one, and your person, your future spouse, is going to be very supportive of you. It's like y'all are both on the same page about this one thing, about like, we're making shit better for the world, for the children who come after us. But at the same time, I see that your future spouse is someone who's very accepting of the dark side of things, like very accepting. And so it can be a little comforting for you, Padawan, because maybe you've always been accepting of dark parts of life, but the people around you weren't, so you felt kind of isolated in that parts of yourself. Or maybe some of you were like fearful of darker parts of life because of the stuff you've been through. But your future spouse is going to bring a lot of comfort to those areas that felt neglected. And your future spouse basically going to bring you a new understanding about your own shadow side and your own your like dark desires. Because your future spouse is very comfortable with their dark side and their dark desires. They're like, yeah, it's normal. You know, we're all kind of weird. We're all kind of weirdos. And especially since they're like more in touch with nature, they can understand like the darker sides of nature and like just tie that into like the dark side of humanity. Like it gets as dark or as bad as it does in nature. It's just like a balance to everything. And so your person definitely sees those darker parts of life as very normal and very just another part of the world. They aren't super concerned about it really. They're kind of the person to be like, just let it be. Don't drag yourself into business that isn't your own, you know, like only bring into your life what you want to bring into your life. Everybody has their own path. Everybody's bringing their own stuff out into the world. Like you gotta just bring your own light and your own energy into it if you want to change it. Like this person's the type of person to not like goad someone on who's having like my life is so dark, the world is so dark, oh it's just like the person's just like, yeah, but gotta go back to work, gotta go eat some lunch, you know. Despite that, there's normalcy, and that's something your future spouse intimately understands, like the normalcy that comes with darkness. So this will definitely help you a lot. I'm seeing like you feeling very comforted by your future spouse because of this, very because of how comfortable they are with their own darkness. Makes you feel very happy because maybe you never got to express those darker parts of yourself with other people because people are always scared of those parts of you, but your future spouse intimately understands this part of you. But others of you could have like always been scared of that side of yourself, but your future spouse be showing you that in a new light, in a way where you like it changes your mind. Like for some of you, this yin yang energy where like you're showing your future spouse a different perspective of the light and what the light means, and your future spouse showing you a different perspective of the darkness. So yeah, that's your reading, pile 1. Hi, pile 2. You chose this rabbit trinket. This gonna be your reading. Who is your future spouse? Who is your future spouse? Pile 2. Hello, pile 2. Who is your future spouse? We have the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. So this could definitely be a water sign or someone with like heavy water sign energy. This person has been through a lot in life. Like, they've been through a lot of bad things in particular. They've like had a shit childhood, had shit relationships growing up. So this person's just the type of person to dwell in a darker state of mind most of the time. They're more comfortable with the darker parts of life because they've only ever really experienced sort of like darker things in life. This person struggled with self-worth. This person, for some of you, this person could have even struggled with like self-harm and things when they were younger. They just a lot of self-destruction energy that was happening when they were younger because they didn't know how to deal with these darker parts of life and the fact that they had never really seen the light. But at the same time, I see your future spouse finding the light, basically. Like, I don't know, at some point during their teenage years, everything shifted and changed, like their perspective shifted, and they found the sort of truth, which is clarity about all the dark things they've been through. It didn't necessarily make all that trauma better, but it definitely shifted their mindset away from this pattern of self-destruction or repeating trauma patterns. And it's like they realized that, they have to take control. They have to choose what's their own truth, what's their own light, what's their own darkness. So yeah. This person is definitely the person with like the tragic backstory, but it's like this person was able to find strength through adversity. Like, they literally found the light and they didn't have anybody else's help with it. Like, they had to do that on their own, which is why it took them so long, because they didn't have that support from anybody. They didn't learn that self-love from anybody. They didn't understand how that worked or what that even meant. So it took them a long time to find that. So yeah, this person never really got to express their inner child, really. For some of you, this could have been the parentified child. Definitely not for all of you, but for some of you. But basically, this person was experiencing so much darkness in the early years of their life, and they were having to rely on themselves mostly, be really independent for a lot of their past and a lot of their life, that they never really got to show their inner child light, or experience that without, or like express that without having like blockages, like external blockages from people or events or things keeping them from having that vulnerability. So it's like now, later in life, that they have found their bearings, and are able to start maintain healthy relationships, and have grown as an individual from those traumas. They are expressing their inner child a lot more. So this person has kind of eternal inner child energy, where like their whole life they're gonna have that inner child energy. But when you meet this person, you'll definitely know, because it'll be like they're glowing almost. Like they might even have like a golden aura or a very light aura, or they might have a lot of light coming out of their crown specifically. So yeah, basically this person going to be a lot of inner child energy because they never got to express that in the past, so now they're expressing as much as they can. Yeah, this person is really adorable. Like, they express their playfulness and their childlike self in a very sweet way, and they're also not afraid to show their light and their darkness. It's like, even with all the adversity they've experienced, they've become like a very wise and mature person, and they definitely don't shy away from self-growth, shadow work, working on the self, changing for the better. Like, this person's not a coward in those respects, in those regards. they value truth over anything. This person values truth over anything. They value honesty and integrity over anything, and they see you as a really truthful person. Like, they literally see you as the truth, like a walking embodiment of the truth. Something about you enthralls this person. Yeah, they have a more feminine energy because of all this inner child energy coming out. They express their inner child in a more feminine way, and their light in a more feminine way, their darkness in a more masculine way. But yeah, when this person sees you, it's like, and they talk to you especially, it's like, wow, I've never seen someone who was so honest with the truth. They just expressed it unapologetically, not with self-doubt, not afraid of what other people are gonna think. Like, they just show their truth. And this person, oh my god, this person appreciates that. Your future spouse, more than anything. It's like you are their you are their rock. You are their grounding point. You remind them of the literal, like, truth that they believe in most within themselves. So you remind them of that truth in their own light, in their own inner child. Like, you make this person feel like they can express their inner child easily and without even thinking about it, because you understand the truth of that. You understand the truth of, like, expressing your inner light, and you're not judgmental about it all, so you just let this person be who they are. Whereas other people might feel, like, put off by this person's inner child energy. Oh, this person could have been rejected by people who had unhealed inner child wounds, or could have been hurt by people who had unhealed inner child wounds and wanted to take it out on this person's inner child. So yeah. This person, a lot of their pain comes from being lied to, so which is why they value honesty and integrity so much, because they feel like it takes guts, it takes strength to really live your truth and tell the truth, even if it, especially when it doesn't benefit you in any way, because it's like, this person encountered a lot of people who benefited out of not telling the truth, out of spreading lies and dishonesty and repeating those patterns. And yeah, this person just hates people like that. This person is like, there's no reason not to tell the truth, even if it doesn't fucking benefit you. Like, and they really value and respect you, pal, too, because you are able to respect their inner child and their inner light. Like, you just let you kind of are infatuated with that part of them because it's very otherworldly, and it also, like, makes you get your own inner child out, and you're feeling a little playful, and, like, y'all just both understand that inner light, that, like, truth of your inner light within each other so much that y'all just express it so easily, and y'all are having fun like two little babies, two little children, and y'all aren't even thinking about it in, like, a negative way or anything. There's just this sense of purity to y'all's relationship, of just, like, pure, unadulterated love. And that's the energy y'all are really coming from here. I saw a video once that was like, it's important to be able to feel babyish, or to be able to act babyish in love and in relationships. And I really believe that, because it's like, when you can have that vulnerability with someone and you can allow them to be vulnerable as well, it's like y'all are, and y'all aren't judgmental of that. It's very important. I can't put words into it, but I think you understand what I mean, pal, too, because it's like you've been looking for this type of soulmate, this type of person who shows their inner child unapologetically. Maybe you're afraid to show your inner child because every time you have, people have thought you were weird, or just acting like a weirdo, or being attention seeking or something. It's like nobody understands, like, the truth of why you do it, but this person does. They're just like, this is my inner light, like, this is my inner light. and I want to express it. And so you're like, yeah, I totally understand you, like me too. And so y'all are just doing that together, and there's just this trust and this vulnerability that comes with it. And it's just so pure. Like, y'all aren't doing it for greed, y'all aren't doing it for gratification of any sort. Y'all are just expressing your own truth and your own divine light, and it's very beautiful, very poetic. Spirit, what is this Eight of Cups here? This is confusing. Okay, so with the Eight of Cups here, your future spouse has taken their past and their past traumas, and they've decided to put it either into their work or creative projects. Strong Pisces energy here. And your person has put a lot of work into this. Like a lot of work. They put a lot of pentacles out there, little seeds that they've planted all over the place with whatever it is that they do in this workplace thing, or if it's like a creative project. But at the same time, it's been very debilitating for this person, and I couldn't describe it to you in a way that makes sense. It's going to be something you have to talk about with your future spouse, and they will most definitely talk to you about it because it's a huge part of their lives. But it's like weird. It's like a huge part of their life, really. And they have to constantly have balance. Like, they have to have balance to be able to do this. To like use that pain from the past and transmute it into light, into something like creative and art, basically. And even if it is something in the workplace, there's like an art to what they do, and they have to constantly have balance with it. And I can't explain it, but it's like, it's very debilitating. Like, they can't not have balance with it, because it's really, it takes a toll on them. Like, it takes a toll on their emotional states, because if they're not able to keep that balance, then they fall back on those past wounds, those past trauma patterns. So they've really worked hard to change this part of themselves and to keep them from falling back into that, and to just change as a person. But they haven't received recognition for this work at all. Or not, at least not the recognition that the effort that was put into this work would entail. So they really need you in particular as their future spouse. It's like you having understood their inner child and their inner divine light in this way, and you just having this understanding of them that you do with this Ace of Swords, this clarity here, having this clarity that you do about them. They like really desire that you recognize this emotional part of them that's like, they're putting work out into the world. They're showing the world this like new ideas, new art that they're putting out there, but it's very debilitating for them. Like, it takes a lot for them to be able to do that. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of balance. It takes a lot of effort for them to just keep that sword in the perfect particular place, to keep everything as it should. This person works very hard to keep that balance maintained, and they've just never had anyone recognize that part of them. But it's like they specifically want you to recognize that. It's like they've never asked for anybody else's help. They never asked for anybody else to recognize that part of them. But somehow upon meeting you, it's like, I want you to know about this. I want to know what you think about this. Like, what do you think about this? And I don't know. It's going to be something weird because I'm not describing it like exactly what it is. It's going to be something weird. And they're going to tell you what it is, and it's going to be kind of like, is that even real? Is that even possible? But yeah, it's just going to be weird. and they haven't received recognition for it, but they want you to recognize that weird part of them. Because with disappointment in reverse, with 5 of Cups in reverse, I see that it's something that is like a huge major part of both of y'all's destinies, and is gonna bring a lot of change to the world. It's like this person is changing the status quo. They're like helping the shift in consciousness or whatever. And so what this person has been doing is extremely helpful to that agenda. It was so fucking helpful, I can't even begin to describe how helpful it is. But it's like this person hasn't been recognized for those things in any sort of material way. So for some reason, they particularly feel like you recognizing that about them is just perfect. It's like something about you, pal, too, is just like you would understand this person better than anyone. You would understand why this person does this, why they keep trying at it so hard, even though they haven't gotten like material recognition. Because it's like you would understand why this person is doing what they do. And it's such a weird thing that I can't describe it. It's like a sort of spiritual thing that I can't describe. It's less in words and more of like actual experience. You'd have to be there to experience it. But I don't know. I see you having whatever it is that you recognize about why that person does that. I see it having like a transformative effect. Like upon them telling you about it and upon your like reaction to it, of like recognizing what it is that they're doing, I see like this huge thing being, I feel like your mind is going to be completely changed. You're going to be like, wait, this is actually what's happening in the world right now. This is actually possible. And I see their mind changing of like, I can't even tell. It's like, seeing that you understand where exactly they're coming from is like so gratifying for them, because it's like you understood their inner light and their inner child, and you understand this too. And it's like they're like, yes, you get it, you understand it, like this is what it means. Nobody else has ever been able to understand your future spouse before, but you get them. Like you just get them. It's like a key in a lock. It's like the perfect puzzle pieces fitting together. Like I just see this transformation happening because of you being able to recognize this person and the work they've put in, whatever this creative project or the workplace is. Maybe their thing starts to take off after this or something, like it starts to become famous or something. It's only for some of you if it's like maybe a workplace thing, but I can't tell. It's such a weird energy. I'm sorry I didn't describe that well. I hope it made sense, but your future spouse definitely has something in store, something very mysterious that they have always wanted to show a special someone, and it's like they're just waiting for you or someone like you. But yeah, this person is very angsty. They're very like emo moment. They've had a very tragic past, but they're also very, very sweet. With the sun popping out here, they're a very sweet person, and you'll recognize like where's all this angst coming from? Where's all this like emo bullshit coming from? And then you'll also be like, wow, this person has an intense inner light. For how much they've been through, they are like bright. Their soul is bright as fuck. Like you'll be kind of like, god damn. Like I just see, this is like soulmate energy coming out here. I see you just understanding this person's soul perfectly, and it bringing gratification to both of you. Like you understanding them in a way that like you've never seen anybody express themselves the way your future spouse does, and it gives you chills. It gives you like chills going down your body. You're like, I can't believe this is real. I can't believe there's somebody out there who's actually unapologetically expressing their truth like this. And for like your future spouse, it's like the sudden realization that somebody besides themselves is able to see that same thing that they see in it. It's like, I don't know, it's like someone besides themselves is able to understand where they're coming from about the light and about their own beliefs and values. It's like y'all just understand each other so well. I can't describe it any better than that. And it's bringing so much gratification to the both of you. Y'all just feel so fulfilled upon talking to each other. You're like, I finally found someone who understands me type bullshit. But yeah, this person just hasn't been recognized for those things, so and they've never really craved for it to be recognized by anyone other than you. It's like either they're waiting for you specifically or they're waiting for someone like you who just understands, because it's like it's not something this person is able to explain with words. Like I keep trying to explain it with words, it's just not possible. It's an experience, and no one has ever understood that experience. Even if they've showed it to people, it's just like those people didn't have the capacity to understand. But it's like you, Pile 2, you understand them. And it's like this person has been waiting for the person who understands, waiting for the person who sees things from their perspective. That's why I'm feeling so much soulmate energy here, because it's like y'all are both coming from the same place. Y'all souls are coming from the same place. So this could be soul family, this could be twin flame. Like y'all souls are coming from the same place. That's why y'all can understand each other's perspective. But yes, that is your reading, Pile 2. Okay, hi Pile 3. This is your reading on who is your future spouse. I kept getting distracted as I was trying to start this reading, so your future spouse might be someone who gets distracted easily or just likes to go on all the little side quests as well as the main quest. Spirit, who is Pile B's future spouse? Who is this person? We have Prince of Cups, the Priestess, and Ten of Cups, Ace of Disc. So this person is definitely stable. They might be well off financially. Yeah, this person is definitely emotionally stable, financially stable. Even if they're not like super rich, for a good bit of you, this person is pretty rich. But yeah, this person's emotionally stable, financially stable, spiritually stable regardless. This person might have a lot of opportunities just thrown at them. This person could be like a model, an actor, something like that. Even if not, like they're very, very highly respected in the workplace. People kind of turn towards them for opportunities, for guidance. This is also the type of person people want to invest in. They're like, they see, a lot of people see your future spouse as fruitful, as someone who could provide for them in the future if they invest in that relationship. So, yeah. Your future spouse is definitely just someone who's seen as valuable, a valuable asset. I wish they could overwork themselves a little bit, or they might just get overworked in the workplace. They're the type of person to not really give up. They're like, I'll just keep doing it. If I have the effort in me, if I have the energy in me, then I'm gonna keep going. So they can go pretty far without realizing how much energy they've spent in one go. So this might be another reason why people see your person as valuable, because they have the ability to just keep going and going. So this person has a lot of stamina. This is funny because I'm like fiddling with this as I say this, but this person has a lot of stamina. I guess I'm supposing this comes to sexual energy as well, where this person can just keep going for hours and hours. This person might be into edging. But they really just like to take their time. That's probably why I was saying they like to do all the little side quests as well, because this person just likes to take their time to enjoy every little thing. They're very open-minded. They're less the type to get attached to just one way of doing things, and more the experimentalist. They like to dabble in everything a little bit and see what they like, and then put more energy into those specific things that they do like. This person can be very well versed. They could have a variety of education or a variety of cultures in their family. There's something about variety here where this person knows a lot of things from different aspects of places or the world. Yeah, people see your person as like angelic. Your future spouse has like angel, guardian, protector vibes to the world. Maybe that's why people like rely on them so much, or like look up to them so much, or that why this person has such a high status. It's just like your person is regarded as a divine being for whatever reason. Like, it's not even that deep. It's just when people look at your person, they see the light, they see the harmony, they see the divine, and that's just how it is. It's probably why opportunities come so easily to your future spouse and why they probably have so much money. It's just they attract these types of things with their divine energy that they have. It's very Wheel of Fortune energy where they got the whole thing. They got the whole thing going. They know how to keep their wheel turning. I keep seeing these as angel wings, like these back here. I keep seeing them as angel wings. So really your person could be angelic, or talk to Metatron, talk to Archangel Michael. For some of you, this person could literally be like an angel. Like an actual angel. That's definitely not for all of you. Definitely not. But that's like for a very select few of you. I'm seeing in my head that like be not afraid, that like biblically accurate angel, like that's the true energy of your future spouse. But like you're the type who wouldn't be afraid of them, Pile 3. I feel like you're enamored with that kind of mysterious ethereal energy. Everyone's enamored with it really, or fearful of it, or intimidated to a certain degree, but it's like for you, that's just familiarity. Like Pile 3, like you just experience your future spouse's home, and you could never really be afraid or intimidated by them in that way, because you just respect them so much. You respect their angelic qualities and what they bring to the earth. This person is healing the earth. This person might be involved in an organization that has to do with help saving the earth. Because this person has a lot of power, especially financial power, to push things in that direction. And that's definitely what they're trying to do. They're definitely bringing that to the table. I don't know. Just looking at these cards, like your future spouse is the full package. They got progressive mindset, they got financial stability, they got the power to put in the fucking to push their agenda forward. They got emotional satisfaction, stability, and fulfillment, so that they aren't searching outside of themselves for something. They're very emotionally mature, can deal with emotional complexities easily, have very deep and meaningful conversations, and they're also very in tune with the spiritual worlds. With the priestess here, they're very, very, very in tune with the spiritual worlds, which is probably why I'm getting this angelic energy. But so they just got everything. They got the whole package. Damn, you lucky ass Pile 3. Yeah. I'm feeling like when it comes to your future spouse, going to be like very playful with you, but only in an emotionally mature way. This person is probably going to be like taking on a specific dynamic with you, where they like to control you a little bit, but only to a certain degree. Because he's staring at that snake in the pot there. He's staring at that snake in the pot like he's charming it, as he's riding this fucking falcon across the sky over the sea. So this person is a multitasker. They can do a lot at once. But yeah, this person wants to tame you almost. It's like they see you as wild, or just a complete contrast to their energy of etherealness. This person sees you as untamable, of nature, a wild animal. And I don't mean this in a derogatory or bad way. This person actually really admires you for it. It's like, it's something they can't quite capture within their own because they're already so devoted to this material, emotional, and spiritual fulfillment that they have for themselves and are bringing to the world. They can't really embrace this wildness because they have so much stuff going on in their lives. So it's like with being around you kind of gets them back in touch with that, and they like having you around. And they like how wild you are because they like reining you back in. It's like they like you being wild and just being the chaotic presence you are. And then they like just like gently like gliding you back down to earth. They just know how to interact with you perfectly to like keep everything feeling right, and nothing feels weird, nothing feels forced. Like, I feel like everything with your future spouse is just gonna come naturally, and all of the fucking like problems are gonna be coming from like external stuff, because y'all are both gonna have all of your internal stuff down, ready to go. Which is why I feel like no matter what y'all's relationship face, y'all can face any adversity because you've got so much balance and stability within yourselves on an individual level and as a relationship. There's really nothing y'all couldn't do. Yeah. Your future spouse has that, they know they have that like biblically accurate angel energy, and they kind of like intimidating people with it, but it's like they know that they can't intimidate with you, so they try even harder, but they don't scare you as much as you don't scare them, and so it's like you just laugh at them for it. And I don't know, it's like fun for them. They like messing around with you in that way where they're trying to intimidate you, but you're not having none of it. It's like they've always their whole lives had people be like intimidated by their angelic energy, but you don't really care. There's something just wild and untamed and nature-like about you. Just, you're like the forest personified. Power 3. There's just something about you. And yeah, your future spouse can't intimidate like you like that, no matter how much they play around. And so they think it's them taming you, but it's really you taming them and you keeping them in balance. It's so cool. It's such a cool, like, symbiotic energy where, like, y'all both get something out of the relationship. And y'all synergize really well together, y'all's energies do. This person has a lot of effect in the spiritual world. They probably do talk to angels and archangels because they have a lot of effect on the spiritual world. I see it just coming out of them constantly. So yeah, I feel like that's going to influence you in some way where you're going to be like, I didn't know how much effect you had on everything like this. Like, you're kind of really powerful. And your future spouse is going to be like, I know. Yeah, your future spouse just holds a lot in the palm of their hands, and they're able to keep that control while still maintaining their own health, their own wealth, their own happiness. And it's just amazing how, like, awesome of a person this person is. And you're going to be kind of like, wow. Like, you're going to be a little enamored, infatuated. But this person likes being worshipped a little bit. They like having that, like, devoted energy of like, wow, it's only you make me feel this way. So I don't know, this person is very kinky. Oh my god, where did that came from? Out of nowhere. You're gonna be just talking with your person or like having a normal conversation, a normal day, and all of a sudden shit gets kinky as fuck, and you're gonna be like, what where the fuck did that come from? And yeah, it's like every time this person's kinkiness just comes out of the blue, because they seem like such a like regal and angelic person, it seems like they wouldn't even be into those kind of things. And they're acting so normal throughout the day. So when it does just come out of them, they're just super casual about it. Like it's just another part of them. But it's like really jarring in reality. But yeah. Yeah, this person they like doing a whole scene. Like they like the ritualisticness about it. They like being very thorough during scenes. They like I'm seeing ropes, I'm seeing chains. They specifically like something about tying or being tied. Oh, this person lights incense to like open up your inhibitions, if that makes sense. They sort of use their spirituality and their influence, their angelic influence, to like exert control over you. They're not I want to stress there's a huge harmony and balance to y'all's relationship, so it's not to the point of it being bad, but they like having that control over you with their angelic presence and those like a little bit more scary, mysterious, spiritual things that they have going on. Especially in the bedroom. Especially in the bedroom. They can get a little bit like... Yeah, it gets crazy. This person understands your subconscious and how you work very well, and they understand what it is you like. They understand your desires, and they like I don't know, playing with your desires, indulging your desires, like specifically your desires. They like to find out what it is your desires are, which they're very good at doing. And then they like to feed it to you. They're like, I got you this. This is all from me. And it has their little angelic flair to it. It's like irresistible. It's immaculate. So yeah. Jeez, this pile is so sexual when the other two piles weren't even sexual at all. But goddamn, this person has sexual prowess. They know they do. But they aren't afraid to use that to their advantage. But it's like most of the time they can't have sway over you, and it drives them mad. It drives them crazy. They're like, how can I get to pile 3? How can I get to them? But on moments when you do have a little bit like vulnerability and it is like an intimacy moment, they do catch you right at that perfect moment. It's like they strike. They're like, ah, this is my moment. And they like start like, they get all close to you and they start sweet talking you, and they're like whispering in your ear, and they know exactly what to say to make you feel all kind of loopy and like sort of bring your spirit out of your body. And they're like playing with it in their hands like, buddy, like this is some crazy energy. Yeah, this person really likes to mess with you in that way. It's like something about your soul, Pile 3, something about your soul. They just like to hold it and play with it. They like to play with it. They can get a little bit crazy. They can get a little bit crazy about it, but you know how it is. Y'all are definitely going to have a lot of talks about it because this person's very openly communicative. They just like having everything on the table. They don't like things going unsaid. So they're very good at communication with people. And you're just going to feel very safe with them. You're going to feel like you can talk to them about anything. And they feel the same way towards you. It's like, yeah, it just makes sense. Everything makes sense between y'all two. It's so crazy. It's like almost to the point of it being annoying. Like, why is this relationship so perfect? But yeah. I see y'all having a big family. Some of you may not want that or desire that. But for those of you who do, y'all are going to have a very big family. Like, this is a big family right here. But for those of you who don't desire that, it's just a very fulfilled energy of y'all both being very fulfilled. Very long-term relationship. But fulfillment, it's like y'all never get bored of each other. Y'all are always so happy and fulfilled as individuals that like y'all are just happy with each other and happy seeing each other grow. But yeah, I also see if you do end up having children, you both passing down this major abundance that you both have to your children and creating just an abundant family and people who bring a lot to the table. There's a lot of light coming from the family, a lot of like very light, clear, emotional. So it's definitely not one of those toxic families with like trauma wounds and patterns. It's the type of family where like it is actual safety, it's actual home. And it's like something that you're creating with this person, and y'all just both feel so happy that y'all got to create that when y'all know there's so many like toxic families out there, toxic households and homes. So y'all are just glad to have that sanctuary within your own home, in your own family, because y'all create that together with y'all's relationship and y'all's harmony and y'all's own emotional fulfillment. Like, y'all are perfect for each other. Y'all just go together like peanut butter and chocolate or jelly or honey. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that better, but y'all go together like whatever goes together really well. It's like your favorite combo from childhood and like all the nostalgia of getting to try that again. I don't know. There's just a strong contentment coming from this energy in this relationship. Like, y'all feel really content with each other and what y'all have together, what y'all built. And I also see you both spiritually ascending upon having this relationship. Like, this person's already very spiritual and angelic, but I see something about y'all's union pushing y'all both upwards. I also see y'all having a Kundalini awakening together, especially in the bedroom, but it's like y'all awaken each other's deepest desires, and just anything left that y'all didn't already feel fulfilled and satisfied with, y'all awaken those things within each other spiritually, and it's like y'all are on your true path, your true destiny path, and y'all are on it together, and y'all are so supportive of each other doing it all together. And it's cool because this person sees your spirituality and understands it and really respects it. They really respect that part of you just as much as you respect their like biblically accurate angel type bullshit they got going on. And there's just a lot of respect here, a lot of mutual respect. Power couple. I keep hearing power couple. Like, y'all could really do anything with y'all's energy together, because y'all could start a whole business. Y'all probably, I'm seeing this is in the cards for a lot of y'all will start a business, and it's going to be very successful. There's just a lot of success coming in for you and for any family y'all have together. So yeah, that's your reading, Pile 3. There's definitely nothing, like, I know it sounds too good to be true, but this is crazy. Like, this is just perfect energy. So, I mean, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Love y'all, Pile 3. Bye-bye.